In Discipline and Punish by Michel Foucault, the concept of docile bodies is discussed. The word docile essentially means submissive. According to Foucault, the production of docile bodies means the production of bodies that are meant to be used, controlled, and improved. This chapter addresses the ways that bodies are disciplined in order to make them more efficient and productive, using 4 means of production: the art of distribution, the control of activity, the organization of geneses, and the composition of forces. The concept of docile bodies and its 4 means are all seen here at the University of Delaware. 3 of the means of production of docile bodies that are especially exemplified within the University of Delaware are the art of distribution, the control of activity, and the organization of geneses. Foucault says that through the art of distribution, space is managed in order to get people to behave a certain way. The art of distribution has 4 components, the first of which is enclosure. In the art of distribution, humans are enclosed in a protected place. In other words, they are confined. Colleges came from the monastic model, and boarding appeared as the most perfect, if not most frequent, educational regime. This is said on page 141 of Discipline and Punish. The residence halls at the University of Delaware are an excellent example of this. The dorms are a way to keep students safe and confined so that they may be free from distractions that would cause them to stray off course. Here is a picture of one of the residence halls on the UD campus. Another component of the art of distribution is functional sites. Foucault uses the example of hospitals and factories to describe functional sites, but this is also seen within the University of Delaware and colleges in general. In functional sites, individuals are isolated and mapped, and the actual architecture is designed so that the subjects are as efficient as possible. The university is set up so that the living quarters, academic rooms and buildings, and eating areas are all kept separate but are close enough to one another so that students can go about their business in all 3 with maximum speed and efficiency. Here is a picture of the inside of Gore Hall, an academic building that is designed so that students may learn effectively and move from classroom to classroom in a timely manner. The control of activity is another method that is seen within the University of Delaware life. According to Foucault, the timetable has 3 great methods: establish rhythms, impose particular occupations, and regulate the cycles of repetition. This is said on page 149 of Discipline and Punish. These 3 great methods are found within the strict schedules that schools impose. The time is spent teaching students discipline in order to get rid of all of the negative qualities and aspects and to make use of the human body constantly. At the University of Delaware, there is a 15-minute span in between class periods in which students must travel from their previous class to their next class. This is a short amount of time to travel around such a large campus, but the length of the breaks is meant to keep students from wasting time. The strict class schedule ensures that students are maximizing their efficiency and making the most out of the school day. The schedule also sets a routine for the students to follow so that they may go about their days without flaws or interruptions. Clocks are hung all around campus in almost every room of every building. and this serves as a reminder to students that they must be utilizing every second of the day and must stay on schedule, or else they are not reaching their full potential. Here is a picture of one of the many clocks that hangs on the walls of the university buildings. This clock is located in the Hugh M. Morris Library. Another aspect of the control of activity is the aspect of the correlation of the body and the gesture. This means that no body part may be useless in order for time to be used correctly. On page 152, Foucault uses the example of good handwriting within schools. In this example, he articulates that each body part must be positioned in a certain way in order to achieve the best handwriting possible. And the teachers of the students walk around correcting the students and their body positions. These correction methods are also seen in the daily behavior of students. If a student is out of order at the University of Delaware, the school does not hesitate to take disciplinary measures in order to correct the behavior of the student and to train the student to act as the university would like him or her to act. These disciplinary measures are carried out in Houlihan Hall. Here is a picture of Houlihan Hall. The last method that seems to be prominent in everyday life at the University of Delaware is the organization of geneses. This is the organization of human activity over time. The aspect of this method that is seen most within the university is the finalization of temporal segments. The finalization of temporal segments includes figuring out how long each segment of time will be. Once this is decided, an exam must be given at the end of each segment. At the University of Delaware, a placement test is required in order to be placed into a required mathematics course. At the end of a student's high school career, he or she must take this placement test to ensure that he or she has reached the level of mathematic ability that is required in order to take a mathematics course at the University of Delaware. While many of the other components of the production of docile bodies are seen within the University of Delaware and schooling in general, the three that seem to be the most prominent are the art of distribution, the control of activity, and the organization of geneses.